Before a construction crew starts building, they don't just grab a hammer and get to work. They analyze the site, check the blueprints, and identify potential risks. Is the ground stable? Are there any hidden obstacles? The same goes for an audit. You can't just start checking numbers. You need to identify the risks. That's the core of ISO 315. It's the essential standard that guides auditors in understanding a company to find where the financial risks are hiding. The ultimate goal of an auditor is to keep audit risk, the risk of giving the wrong opinion on financial statements, as low as possible. And to do that, we use a simple but powerful model. AR equals IR times CR times drive. IR, or inherent risk, is the risk of a mistake happening in the first place, before we even consider internal controls. Think of a complex transaction. It has a high inherent risk of being misstated. CR, or control risk, is the risk that a company's internal control system fails to prevent or detect that mistake. And finally, doctor or detection risk is the risk that we, the auditors, miss a mistake that exists. ISO 315 is all about getting a handle on the first two risks, inherent and control risk. By understanding these, we can design our audit to reduce our detection risk and keep our overall audit risk low. To assess risk, we first have to get to know the company inside and out. This isn't just a simple review, it's a deep dive investigation. We do this through several key procedures. Inquiries. We talk to management and other employees to get their perspective on the business. Analytical procedures. We look at financial data, compare it to past periods and industry trends to spot any unusual fluctuations or relationships. Observation and inspection. We physically observe operations and inspect key documents. This process helps us understand the company's industry, its goals, its strategies, and, most importantly, its internal control system. A strong internal control system is a huge help in reducing our risk, and a weak one is a major red flag. ISO 315 breaks down internal controls into 5 components: the control environment, the company's risk assessment process, its information system, the actual control activities, and how they're all monitored. Once we have our understanding, we can start identifying risks at 2 levels. First, we look at the financial statement level. These are big, pervasive risks that could affect the entire financial report, like the risk of fraud or a weak control environment. Then, we get more specific at the assertion level. This is where we identify risks for specific accounts or transactions. For example, is there a risk that the revenue balance is overstated? And some risks are more dangerous than others. We call these significant risks. These are the ones that require special attention, like complex transactions, revenue recognition, or related party transactions. These risks are at the higher end of the spectrum and demand a more rigorous audit response. In the end, ISO 315 is the foundational blueprint for every audit. It's the standard that ensures we're not just mindlessly checking numbers, but are instead using our professional judgment to identify, understand, and respond to the real risks of misstatement. By doing this, we can confidently provide an opinion on the financial statements and give investors and stakeholders the confidence they need. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more similar content.